Discuss the purpose of the following in Official Military Personnel File, OMPF. NAPERS 1070/602 Dependency Application/Record of Emergency Data. Part 1 serves as an application for dependency allowances and is used to capture military spouse data. Part 2 provides an immediately accessible, up-to-date record of emergency data and is the official document used to determine the following. All persons to be notified in case of emergency or death. All persons to receive the death gratuity when no spouse or child exists. All persons to receive unpaid pay and allowances, arrears of pay, including money accrued during a missing or captured status, and used leave, travel, per diem, transportation of family members, transportation of household goods, and savings deposits found due from Department of the Navy. Dependents of member to receive allotment of pay if member is missing or unable to transmit funds. Commercial insurance companies to be notified in case of death. National Service Life Insurance, Servicemen's Group Life Insurance, and Veterans Group Life Insurance in effect. NAPERS 1070/880 List of Honors and Awards. UNDOS is the authoritative source for awards. Once entered into UNDOS and mailed with full SSN to NPC, PERS 313, PERS 3 will validate and submit into members OMPF. NAPERS 1070/881 Training Summary. Replaced the old page 4, which is a chronological history of their occupational and training-related qualifications. NAPERS 1070/613 Administrative Remarks. Also known as a page 13. Service as a chronological record of significant miscellaneous entries which are not provided elsewhere, or more detailed information may be required to clarify entries on other pages of the U.S. Navy Enlisted Field Service Record, FSR. Explain the purpose of the Uniform Code of Military Justice, who is responsible for upholding it, and who is subject to it. Purpose. Promotes good order and discipline and provides a basis for the administration of justice for the armed forces. Who is responsible for upholding the Ucmj? All members of the armed forces. Who is subject to the Ucmj? Members of a regular or reserve component of the armed forces. Members of the Fleet Reserve and Fleet Marine Corps Reserve. Members of a reserve component while on inactive duty training. Members of the Army National Guard and the Air National Guard only when federalized. In time of war, all persons serving with or accompanying an armed force in the field. Volunteers from the time of their muster or acceptance into the armed forces. Inductees from the time of their actual induction into the armed forces, cadets, aviation cadets, and midshipmen. Retired members of a regular component who are entitled to pay. Retired members of a reserve component who are receiving hospitalization from an armed force. Explain the differences in the following types of courts-martial. Summary courts-martial. Composed of one active duty commissioned officer with the rank of captain or higher. The lowest level of authority to convene summary courts-martial is normally a battalion commander or other equivalent. However, under special circumstances, the superiors of a commanding officer of a separate or detached command may grant the authority. Adjudge any punishment not forbidden by the Ucmj, except confinement for more than 1 month with hard labor without confinement for more than 45 days. Restriction for more than 2 months. Forfeiture of more than 1 month's pay. In the case of sergeants and above, summary courts-martial may not award a reduction of more than 1 rank and hard labor without confinement. May not try a commissioned officer, warrant officer, cadet, or midshipman for any capital offenses. You cannot be compelled to accept summary courts-martial. Since summary courts-martial is less formal than the other 2 types of courts-martial, you may refuse to accept trial by summary courts-martial and may request a special courts-martial. However, you should be aware that conviction by a special or general courts-martial constitutes a felony conviction. Special courts-martial can be composed of a military judge alone, or a military judge and not less than 3 active duty armed service members. The impartial personnel can be commissioned officers, warrant officers, or enlisted personnel. If you, the accused, are a commissioned officer, no member can be a warrant officer or enlisted person. If you, the accused, are an enlisted person, you may request that at least 1/3 of the members of the court be enlisted. The lowest level of authority to convene a special courts-martial is normally a squadron or battalion commander or equivalent. However, under special circumstances, the superiors of a commanding officer of a separate or detached command may grant the authority. May adjudge any punishment not forbidden by the Ucmj, including confinement for 6 months, hard labor without confinement for 3 months, forfeiture of more than 2/3 pay for 6 months, a bad conduct discharge, reduction in rank. Normally, special courts-martial may not try any capital offense when there is a mandatory punishment beyond the maximum power of a special courts-martial. General courts-martial can be composed of a military judge alone or a military judge and not less than 5 impartial active duty armed services personnel. The impartial personnel can be commissioned officers, warrant officers, or enlisted personnel. If you, the accused, are a commissioned officer, no member can be a warrant officer or enlisted person. If you, the accused, are an enlisted person, you may request that at least 1/3 of the court's members be enlisted. The lowest level of authority to convene general courts-martial is usually the commanding general of a division, wing, base, or the equivalent. However, under special circumstances, the commanding officer of a separate or detached command may be granted the authority by his superiors. General courts-martial may adjudge any punishment not forbidden by the Ucmj. Explain the following in regards to non-judicial punishment, NJP. The purpose of NJP is to give the commander the ability to maintain good order and discipline. When NJP can be administered? NJP is given for minor offenses of the Ucmj. A minor offense is one for which the maximum sentence, if tried by a general courts-martial, does not include a dishonorable discharge or confinement of greater than 1 year. The right to refuse NJP. Before the imposition of NJP proceedings, the accused may demand trial by courts-martial in lieu of NJP. The right and procedures to appeal. The accused may appeal the punishment if he considers it unjust or disproportionate to the offense. The procedures to appeal. By submitting a written statement describing why he considers the punishment unjust or disproportionate. Within 5 days of imposition of punishment. Through the chain of command to the next superior authority. Explain the following policies. Sexual assault. An intentional sexual contact, characterized by use of force. Physical threat. Abuse of authority. When the victim does not or cannot consent. Sexual assault includes rape. Non-consensual sodomy, oral or anal sex. Indecent assault, unwanted, inappropriate sexual contact or fondling. Attempts to commit these acts. Sexual assault can occur without regard to gender. Sexual assault is a criminal act incompatible with the Department of Navy core values, high standards of professionalism, and personal discipline. Military personnel alleged to have committed a sexual assault offense may be subject to trial and, if found guilty, punishment by courts-martial. Additionally, such military personnel are subject to being processed for administrative separation. Sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is unacceptable and unprofessional behavior for military or civilian personnel that is dealt with through the leadership and supervisory structure. Leaders and supervisors have a dual responsibility to create and maintain or defend an environment of mutual respect in which civilian and military men and women can function and conduct appropriate and continuous training to promote understanding and eliminate sexual harassment. Equal opportunity. Provide equal opportunity for all military members without regard to race, color, creed, sex, age, national origin. Consistent with the physical and mental capabilities of the individual. Promote Marines based on merit, not quotas. Promote Marines who meet the minimum eligibility service and grade criteria, TIS, TIG, for promotion. Promote equal opportunity for all Marines. Hazing. No Marine or service member attached to a Marine command, including Marine detachments, may engage in hazing or consent to acts of hazing being committed upon them. No one in a supervisory position may, by act, word, or omission, condone or ignore hazing if he or she knows or reasonably should have known that hazing may occur. Consent to hazing is not a defense to violating MCO 1700.28. Any violation, attempted violation, or solicitation of another to violate MCO 1700.28 subjects involved members to disciplinary action under Article 92 of the Uniform Code of Military Justice, Ucmj. Fraternization. Defined as unduly familiar relationships and social and business contacts between and among Marines of different grades. These relationships are inconsistent with the traditional standards of good order, discipline, and mutual respect that have always existed between Marines of senior and lesser grade. Fraternization violates good order and discipline, which is the essential quality of behavior within the armed forces. All Marines will behave in a manner that is consistent with traditional standards of good order and discipline, mutual respect, and the customs of the Marine Corps. Describe behavior that would be considered fraternization. Any behavior which would present the appearance of undue familiarity or informality between and among the ranks. Examples: calling seniors by their first name, officers dating enlisted personnel. Suicide prevention. Suicide is a preventable personnel loss that impacts unit readiness, morale, and mission effectiveness. Relationship disruption, substance abuse, financial problems, legal problems, and mental health problems, such as depression, can interfere with individual efficiency and unit effectiveness and also increase a person's suicide risk. Navy suicide prevention programs consist of 4 elements. Training. Increasing awareness of suicide concerns, improving wellness, and ensuring people know how to intervene when someone needs help. Ensuring timely access to needed services and having a plan of action for crisis response. Response. Assisting families, units, and service members affected by suicidal behaviors. Reporting. Reporting incidents of suicide and suicide-related behaviors.